I can't even believe that I can finally say this, but we are in a new era of 5 Seconds of Summer, and I'm honestly fucking so stoked. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, yes, you heard it, we are finally hearing new 5 Seconds of Summer. Although it's not completely finally, we did get a release when we got the 10-year concert tour documentary thing that they made, which, by the way, was fucking incredible. So many amazing moments in that. And you know what? I did a full watch party movie reaction to the entire thing over on Patreon if you want to check that out, along with a ton of other 5 Seconds of Summer content, like way too much. But I already loved the release they did then, and honestly, it's been such a, I don't know, like, it's been really difficult to get through all of this time because it's been about 2 years since actually a little over 2 years since I started reacting to this band. And, you know, listening to Calm, that album release and that sort of like era and cycle, that was my first experience with 5 Seconds of Summer. Hasn't been a lot after that, and there was some moments where I didn't know when we were going to get new content from this group. Now, having said that, yes, we had some amazing solo albums. Like, literally, Luke and Ashton fucking crushed those albums. So good. And I kept thinking, like, okay, they are all working so hard on everything they're doing. When are we going to get more 5 Seconds of Summer? So I personally haven't seen, I'm not on social media as much, I haven't seen them talk about the release of the new album yet. Like, I don't know if they've released anything about it, but I do know that this was obviously going to be one of the lead singles off of it. I'm fucking stoked. Like, I just want to say, even the 24-second preview that I heard on Twitter, I'm here for it. I kind of thought they were going to go like the full pop punk route. That's what it seemed like when the 10-year anniversary movie kind of dropped. I was thinking to myself, like, okay, they're going full pop punk here. I know from that little teaser that I listened to that this is much more on that pop radar. And honestly, I'm okay with that. As much as I love pop punk 5 Seconds of Summer, I actually love the evolution this band has gone through. Yeah, so I'm ready for that. Typically, I shoot videos early in the day. That's why you see me in, you know, I got it like the post-workout fucking gym shit on right now because they dropped this kind of like in the middle of the day, and like I'm old, so like this is typically when I go to bed. So I'm stoked to dive into this. Just want to see what this band is sounding like now. Let's go. That looks more like a sand desert, not a red desert. Okay, I've said this so many times, but just in case you've never been to my channel before, this vocal right here from Luke is the reason why I love that. I will always be a fan of pop punk and of the early days of 5 Seconds of Summer, but this voice from Luke, I'm just so appreciative that this band can be so experimental, because when he's in his moments in these like pop grooves like this, he's got so much atmosphere just naturally built into his vocal, and it just like, it really does move so much. And I learned a lot of that just from listening to that solo album he put out. It's just like, how does one person have a voice that just feels like it takes on like a fucking world of its own? Like, Luke is able to do that. I love the brightness in the instrumental. Woo! Woo! Coming in with those like this bit. Okay, look. Yes, we got like what was it, a 24-second preview? I've listened to it a lot of times. Okay, so like I've definitely heard a piece of this song with the amount of times I listened to that preview. But listening to how big the drums come in right here, this is one of those things I love about them is having this like, you know, kind of slow building verse, you know, again, building that atmosphere, really letting you catch a vibe in that moment, and then really ramping things up in the chorus, bringing that much bigger sound. And again, I think that the drums from Ashton right here really do fill the space nicely. Woo! Okay, I mean, this is kind of like how my dreams typically go. Luke just floating through the air. Okay. I'm calling it now. 2022 is Callum's year. I think that there have been a lot of times in more recent like moments from them, including like the 10-year like documentary thing special they did a lot. I feel like Callum's really starting to get a lot more, I guess, like comfortable with his, not only just like with his vocals and presence, but like comfortable enough to like take on even more like bigger parts when it comes to these vocal sections. Yes, we've heard Callum throughout the years, but I feel like he's come like a very prominent figure, especially when it comes to vocals, and to hear him in these verses, like getting his own verses, and just how much effort and work it seems like he's been putting into his voice during this time that they haven't been putting out as much music. Like, I talk about that a lot on this channel, and it is a bit repetitive, and I know that, but I personally always respect artists who have already made that like huge moment and like success. Like, they've already landmarked themselves as being incredible, but like still pushing themselves more and still exploring more things and more stuff that they can do with their voice. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to like just deep down appreciation for a band, this is the kind of shit that I like immediately love, is from album to album, hearing that growth. Woo! Oh my God. One more time. One more time. One more time. Oh, let's go. Oh! Mike! Poppy!
Caught up in heaven, but your heaven ain't the same. But I've never been a saint, have I?
What? Wait, what? Okay. There were a lot of rumors flying around the old interwebs a few months ago about the possibility of a Michael Clifford solo album or solo project. Can I say, and I believe I talked about this a lot during the 10-year documentary, just because I feel like we were starting to hear even more of that transition of Michael's voice. Again, he's always been my pop punk king, my absolute like punk rock daddy. But I've noticed more and more the fucking emphasis on the vocal growth that he has had. This section right here are some of Michael's like non-punk rock, because like obviously Jet Black Heart is forever in my heart, but these are the best, like some of the best vocals I've ever heard from Michael that weren't just like strictly because he was doing that pop punk thing. Listen to how much control he has, and kind of like, it's just like so soft in the best way.
Caught up in heaven, but your heaven ain't the same. But I've never been a saint, have I? Oh, you make me complete. You make me complete. You make me completeness.
Oh my God. Best part.
You make me complete. You make me completeness.
And just like that, we have arrived at the new era of 5 Seconds of Summer. Now, here's the thing. I don't know, because of the diversity of this band and just how much they love to experiment, I don't know what to expect from a track list of an album. So when they finally do decide to give us that, you know, fucking announcement, hype up the world, because, you know, 5 Seconds of Summer is always coming out with something soon. So I feel like that's going to be inevitable at this point. However, because I don't know from track to track what their sound is going to be like, I can't even speculate what this album is going to sound like. I feel like Calm and Youngblood had a somewhat cohesive sound, although there was always something that would like switch it up a little bit. But I'm starting to feel, especially with the 10-year celebration, I'm starting to feel like there's like really nothing that's off the table that they're not willing to try. And I think between the song that they put out with the 5 Seconds of Summer show and this track, because those are such different sounds, I'm really looking forward to what they put into an album. This track right away, it's a radio single. It's going to be a bop. I feel like somewhere around that Youngblood era, when they were putting together that album, it's almost like they came up with a great configuration for writing songs that are immediately memorable and stand out and can stand alone as radio singles. And I don't even think they do it on purpose at this point. I think transitioning from those earlier albums into Youngblood, giving themselves that room to grow and experiment, really let them like find that algorithm and work it so well to the point that I really don't think they purposely try to make these songs singles. I think that's just how great of writers they are. And when you have 4 people that are this talented in one group, really the possibilities are endless, and it shows with this song. This song, we have that pop rock element, but what I love about it is that it doesn't feel generic. It's got this like very big atmosphere working in the back. There's a lot of like, even the drums, like the bass lines, the guitar that feels so just fucking magical. Like everything is kind of building this very like big moment, this big soundstage. And when that happens, really like the rest, you can do whatever you want. And luckily for us, there are so many incredible vocals happening here. So I really wish that Ashton would have got a solo in this too. I want to start by saying that, because I think that Ashton's vocals severely underrated. Super Bloom, like seriously, so fucking amazing. I gotta say that obviously Luke is going to bring magic. I think that he is an artist that is just so fucking talented on so many levels, but he really shines in this style. Like he can nail the punk stuff. I think this is really where he shines. He can give me that very David Bowie-esque feeling of a vocal that like puts me in outer space and I feel like I'm floating. Like, and we got Lou floating in this, so that makes sense. Like, to me, this is a perfect spot for him. It just comes so naturally to him. And he's someone who's been, again, so incredible, still working on their vocals, continues to amaze me. It's just fucking awesome. Again, 2022, the year of our Lord Callum, because I feel like he's starting to get even more recognition, and I think it's absolutely what he deserves. Not only is he an incredible bass player, but he's just got these really awesome vocal moments. Again, I'm a huge fan of the Summer Brothers. I will stand them for life, and I really do feel like hearing Callum even like go further into that like almost like full-on pop range and do it the way he does, we're in for a treat. Michael Clifford, motherfucker, give us a goddamn solo project, release the EP with the Summer Brothers. I have a feeling that all those jokes I made, it really played a role whenever I watched 5 Seconds of Summer show and the Summer Brothers had a fucking feature on there. Are you kidding me? In all seriousness, I think that Michael Clifford, no matter how much I worship those pop punk vocals, and I did for pretty much every video that I've ever done of them, there is something about him in this sound that really makes me want to hear what he does when he's got a full-length song to do this kind of shit. Because I will forever stand Jet Black Heart. I think that it is peak fucking Michael Clifford vocals. That emo approach to songwriting, the fucking vocal delivery, the different like things he does with his voice and that song, all of it just like, yes, forever. But hearing him do this sound and execute it so well, and just knowing that he's been working his ass off on his voice because you can hear it, that kind of progress is amazing. I have to say that even though I didn't get Ashton with the vocals in here, I think his drums are incredible in here. There is a perfect instrumental pause in this chorus. Yeah, we're talking about a chorus that is so fucking big. It's so massive. There's so much building up. Absolute pause point. Boom, those drums come back in and Ashton does what he does best by just hammering those drums and bringing everything to life in such an epic way. I think that when you think about all the things this band has done and when you think about where their career started and where they are now, you cannot help but just step back and watch the process, because this band is so far from finished. And I feel like it's just really awesome because I am the king of fucking getting into bands when it's just too late. And I'm so glad that it's been a couple years now that I've been able to follow along this and check out pretty much everything they've done, because there's so much to appreciate and we are not finished with this. So I am fucking so stoked. I should be going to bed and I can't. Like, I'm too fucking hyped right now because this was just like everything that I wanted. Again, not the pop punk sound that I thought I was gonna get, but them in this fucking sound, it's a treat. It's a fucking treat, and we're here. We're stoked. I don't even want to stop talking because I'm so stoked. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about this release from them. I want to know, is everybody hyped? What are we thinking? How do we feel about those vocals from Callum? Oh my God. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon, especially if you like 5 Seconds of Summer. I have so much content from this band over there. Some of the silly stuff they've done, Carpool Karaoke, the 5 Seconds of Summer show. I did Super Bloom and Luke's album as full uncut album reactions. There's a lot of content over there. So make sure you guys go check that out. And yeah, I appreciate it because of y'all going on Patreon. I don't have to sell you fucking tutorials to build your own website and fucking chocolate that I don't even eat and whatever other sponsors, because I don't want to do that. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.